Okay. Everything's pretty much set up. Bicycle. And phone's at like 67%. This is alright. Getting a bump on my head again. Alright. Spain Field, and then we're gonna come back and do that trail. Loop around, come back, go to the right, do Prentice's headquarters, and then that should be good. Second gear. That's it, catch the gear. Adley Gladden. Portly Adley Gladden. Probably was not as portly as me, but he didn't have a bicycle. Gladden's Mortuary Monument. Oh, damn. Multiple ways to go. Hopefully I can come back that other way. So, early in the morning, first attacks. This would have been the far left of the Union line, just about. And at first, instead of staying in the cover of the trees there, we came out to here. There's 18th Missouri. 7:30 to 8:20. So they're fighting right here. It fell back to its camp. That other book I forgot to bring, Seeing the Elephant, Raw Recruits at the Battle of Shiloh. Spain Field. Hopefully when I come back I can go that way and catch those. I'm sure I can. See the 61st Illinois Monument back in there. Taking a few pictures back there. I know Ray and I know Dave. This should be 61st Illinois. What? Why would the path still go that way? Unless that's another roundabout. 7:30 to 8:30. I think the other one said 8:20, so if that's accurate, 10 minutes. These guys are here by themselves. This was Leander Stillwell's regiment. Damn, I gotta look at the map. See how fast I can do this. Okay. Not bad. Spain Field down at the bottom. Yeah, there's not even a show a trail. Here. So I gotta head up. Yeah, okay. Come on. All these things I purchased just for this trip. Knapsack, suitcase, phone holder, poncho, which I didn't need, 5 ponchos. Little footies. Protect my feet if it was all muddy. They fell back to there. Camps. Okay, there's the monument. The root got me in the back. Madison Miller's Brigade, Benjamin Prentice's Division. Good place to stop. I think everything else is just markers. Normally would never have a beer out here. I see an encampment marker over there. It would be a, Coke bottle, but they didn't have any liquor at the place I went to. I wasn't about to go shopping around, Keep them cold as much as possible. Little vine coming up. Vine coming up on the monument. I don't think I've ever seen that. Here's to a lot of things. Hang on. Oh, now we're talking. Here's to my boys who have come out here. Ray and Dave and Tim Wilson for sure have come to this spot. Look at the sun already heading down. 2 solid hours of daylight left. It is what it is, man. This sucker drains a lot of battery when it records. So we'll get what we can get here. I'm not going to be like, oh, we got to press forward because it's going to run out. When it runs out, it runs out. So the pictures, everybody was sitting right there at the edge of that monument there. David was sitting right there. I think Ray was too. Maybe Jen, I got one too to commemorate. I don't know about me. Ultimately, all the way down this trail is the marker for the 15th Michigan, who arrived at that spot with no ammo. They lined up though, and they started actually taking hits, and they were like, you think anyone's gonna give us some bullets? I still have the OR book with me just in case. Anytime I fail to bring something is when I'm like, why don't I have that thing? Shades can come off. I don't think I can ride with the beer. I'm making good progress on it though. Colonel Fry formed in line of battle about 8 a.m., advanced through the open field in front and engaged the enemy short time, then fell back to this line, held it for more than 1 hour. When the regiment retired to south side of Corinth Road, its loss in the battle was 12 men killed, 45 men wounded, 18 men missing, 57. All right, a little bit of high grass. I doubt there'd be any ticks, but it is in the 70s. So my conundrum is, do I go back and leave it at $20? Or that guy told me to. It's so crazy that anyone would do that. I was like, oh, I'll buy this book too. Well, I can't take any credit cards. Well, I said, well, I can come back tomorrow and get it. He goes, well, take it now and just leave the 20 in between that little thing there on the wall. I was like, what? Like, yep. Camp of the 61st. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, this thing is really pulling on the old brain. I heard people. Son of a bitch. People walking out here. I'm just gonna put this beer can away. Alright. I'll be damned. People way down there on the trail. Or is that a dog? They're riding bikes. I'll be. Who would have thunk that, right? Who would have fucking thunk it? 3 bikers. Well, let me continue on. Wisconsin. Confederate marker. 18th, Wisconsin, 9 a.m. Retired apprentice's third position. See if they come all the way out here. They may, 50-50. Rutledge's Tennessee Battery is going to be later in the day. And Girardi's Georgia Battery. Well, there used to be guns up here. Probably moved it to a spot where there was more visitation. The Washington Light Artillery, 9 a.m. in a duel with the Union Battery in the camp of the 71st Ohio. Can't believe I saw bikers in Spain Field. Crazy. And I'm almost to the 15th. Michigan. I see it. Watching for roots. Made it. This regiment arrived on the field without ammunition, reported to General Prentice. It was assigned a position on the left of the 18th Wisconsin, formed here about 8 a.m. But before ammunition could be procured, it was attacked by the right of Chalmers Brigade and retired in good order. On Monday, it was attached to Rousseau's Brigade, the Army of the Ohio. This is as far as this goes. I'm going for it. I do not believe any bikers are going to come out here. To dump my little last bit of beer, wasn't that much, so. Hanging out at the 15th Michigan site, early morning fight. fallen. These edges of these long things could contain a tick. I can't even worry about ticks. They're probably mostly gone to bed for the season, but I wanted to text Ray right now. I was already wording it in my mind. Deep on a trail off of Spain Field. I don't know what he remembers. Ray, hope you're watching this. I don't know what you remember. The only issue is I don't have a fully charged phone throughout all the day. I'm still getting lots of good footage, but I can charge the phone on my car as long as my portable charger lasts. It's still holding out pretty good. Why was I so zonked out last night when I got home? Motel, I was just like, literally just wanted to go home and thought about just going home last night. First thing in the morning, I'm going. I don't know what the fuck that was. Fucking sun going down already. So I got like 3 hours of footage out of today. What do you want, man? It's all right. I could read the 15th Michigan's report real quick here. Okay, let's see how fast I can get to that. Michigan, Michigan. 105, 305, 306. Let's go for that, 305, 306. Try 105 then. Nope. I failed. I'm trying to pound it down while it's still cold, you see. You're way down the trail. Yes, I am. Here I am. Oh, that was a loud crack. I'm on the battlefield of Shiloh, just off of Spain Field, from the marker for the 15th Michigan. Thanks to Tim Schillhaz's bicycle. Very grateful. Thank you, Tim. I doubt you'll ever watch this. Woodpecker. Some other kind of chirping bird I never would have heard if I didn't come down here. Nice breeze is picking up because it's pretty warm actually. Well, 73. Some would call that perfect. Yeah, woodpecker right there. Another label. There's I'm going to say bird, that's another label. A living being that can take flight. It just stopped, but that living being was knocking on the tree, and it knocks food out for itself. So that food is, I guess, little insects who have their own, they're also living beings. So the design of this exact universe was where nature feeds on itself. There it goes. A moment of Shiloh Zen. Chirpy over there. Sorry for those sounds. Oh, look at that. Just the grass there. Where the sun's hitting it. I have to remember to take stills of this shit before I upload it and delete it. There's all kinds of good stills to take. Still having the human worries about, the tops of the blades of grass bumping into me. I remember at Wilson's Creek how many there were, ticks. You walk near them and they were just reaching out for you. Like, oh my God, there's food. It was like a Whopper Junior walking past me. It's like, holy shit, how we grab that? No, I technically can stay till Monday. I was gonna come back Sunday. I'm all over the place on this trip, boy, I'll tell you. Just shot right there with what my eyes are seeing with the light on the grass. In between these two trees with the sun right in the middle. It's all right. So, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to see it, to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. And, that was always a big conundrum to ponder over. And then, diving deep into the spirituality. You know, I've heard someone answer of a high intellect, no, it does not. There's nothing there unless you perceive it. But what about all these living things? The fucking trees themselves are all alive. If no one's there to perceive them, they're not there. It's a hard thing to fathom there. All right, we're on the southern end of the battlefield. Sorry, all over the place. Southern end. The left side of the southern end, Miller's Brigade. And by 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, everybody's driven back out of here. And, for the Confederates, that had to feel really good. I can't even imagine. That you're moving forward, you're attacking. You don't know whether they know you're coming or not. Ultimately, you just have to do it no matter what. You start attacking, there's that skirmish at dawn, before dawn. Then you start attacking full, your lines just move forward. And, you meet opposition. You have artillery against you. It's fucking unbelievable. And spiritually speaking, that everybody is of one consciousness. And it's just like this bad dream that you're fighting someone else. But, of course, it's completely real, just like in our dreams now. They're completely real while they're going on, unless you're in a lucid dream. And this is also just a dream, so that's a dream within a dream. I know, I get it all, but whoever's watching this might, if they are familiar with my shit, they'd be like, okay, there's goes Eddie going off again, but fuck. And I got all worked up about how I looked on that video yesterday. One where I was behind Peabody's monument. Yeah, this has been a good trip so far, hitting some cool spots. I love how it's never planned. I always just hope everything's still recording. Because look, I came out here many times in the past by myself. I don't remember shit about it. The one thing I remember, on the edge of Duncan Field, the other side of the road. And I remember thinking, dude, you're not going to change this until you fucking step up and do it. Like, it's not going to just happen. I remember just feeling like you're going to have to do it. Like, it's not going to just change by itself. The awareness, the awakening. Show me some sign. Boy, if I say that kind of shit, there's no way I'm posting this. There's no way I'm putting it public. Oh, maybe I will. What the fuck? Who cares? Yes, I believe we are one giant consciousness, one giant awareness. We're accidentally in this 3D universe because we think we have usurped the power of God and we're afraid of his retribution. We're living now through these lives to learn forgiveness in all things and ultimately of ourselves, and to understand who we truly are. And who we truly are is love. It's not like the answer is a bad thing. Fucking love. Amazing. All the synchronicities that happen. Crazy synchronicities. Like, what the fuck? Are like 1,000,000-to-1 shots, but they happen, and they're just a reminder, like a little nudge from the ether that, this isn't all there is. We already know that we're only seeing like whatever it is, 0 point whatever of the visible spectrum, and of the audible, whatever, all the spectrums we're experiencing almost none of it. So there's a lot more out there. But anyway, this battle, you see, which happened right here. Apparently, 15th Michigan stood right here, unassigned 20 Brigade. Poor guys. This is the first major battle of the Civil War. Before this, it was, you know, it had Bull Run, Wilson's Creek. Those were the biggest ones. Fort Donelson. You know, hundreds died. And hundreds dying is still a big thing. But, you know, here you had 2,763, 2,763 deaths in the 2 days. You know, so like you think about like almost 3,000, it's 2,763. And, you know,